In this video, I will be taking you through how preventative maintenance works in ERPNext. This is related to the asset maintenance. Keeping equipment maintained is critical to avoiding costly breakdowns. In ERPNext, you can schedule preventative maintenance for company assets and automatically track upcoming maintenance activities. Let me show you how it works. You need to navigate to the Asset module. Once you click on the asset module, you can click on this asset in order to pull up a list of all the assets that have been created in the system. The asset I'll be working with is standby generator. You can view all details of the asset once you click on the asset. The next thing to do is to create a maintenance schedule for this asset. To do that, you simply need to use the search button to search for maintenance schedule. This will show you a list of all the maintenance schedules currently created in the system. To create a new maintenance schedule, you just click on Add Maintenance Schedule button here. Then you can indicate which customer you are doing this maintenance schedule for. So for example, if it is Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, you can just select that. And then you can now complete this chart table to schedule your maintenance. So first, with under item code, we need to select the asset we want to maintain, which is the standby generator. We need to indicate the start and end date of this maintenance schedule. So if you want to run this maintenance schedule for a year, we need to indicate that. So for example, if you want to start from 22nd May 2026 to 22nd May 2027, you can input that in the system. You can also indicate the periodicity of this maintenance schedule, which I will be selecting monthly. So you would want to have this schedule, you would want to have this maintenance done on a monthly basis. Now, the next thing is to indicate the number of visits you want in this year. So I would be selecting 12. Now, when this is done, you just simply need to save this document. However, I will be changing the date to 22nd May just so that it works in line with the schedule I have created. So you just click on this save button. Okay. Now you would realize that it automatically generates a schedule for you based on the parameters that you have set here. So the next scheduled maintenance is on 20th of June 2026, which is looking at a monthly basis maintenance schedule. Now this runs all the way to May 2027 as indicated. So now the final thing to do is just to submit this document. Now that you have submitted the document, you can now go on to create a maintenance visit. So basically, this is a visit of your maintenance team or whoever it is that needs to come and maintain the assets. So you need to create that visit in the system. To do that, you can simply click on this plus button or you can use the create drop down here. Once you select that, you see maintenance visit, you click on it. The good thing about this system is that in this pop-up, once you select the item you'd like to maintain or the asset you'd like to maintain, it automatically populates all the scheduled maintenance visits so that you can select which one you are working with. So we are working with the first one, that's 20th June 2026. Then we create the visits. Now that the visit has been created, we need to add some extra information. So, for example, we need to indicate who is responsible for this maintenance or checking that this maintenance is done. And then we can have a description of the work done. So, for example, it could be cleaning oil filters in generator. So once you have done this, you can have the customer add their feedback, right? And then you can also indicate the completion status. So if it's partially done or fully completed, you can indicate that. So in this video, I'll be selecting the fully completed option. Then you save. Once you have checked and realized that all details are accurate, you can go on to submit this document. Now that this document has been submitted, I would like us to go back to our maintenance schedule to see how it reflects in that document. We simply need to use this search button to search for the maintenance schedule that we created initially. So once we select the maintenance schedule, you can easily see here that this has been completed. And that's how preventative maintenance works in ERPNext. By scheduling maintenance in advance, organizations can reduce downtime, extend asset life, and improve operational efficiency.